So, hello students, welcome back to Exam Crackers. How are you all? I hope sobe bhale ase. Moyo bhale asu. Aru aji moi loi ahisu APDCL or PYQ session. Prothom part khini already YouTube ot kora hoise. Ji hokole swa nai. Apnaloge sai lobo paribo. Aji ami APDCL or second part khini korim. All right. So, yat amar APSC Foundation course amar 3rd March pra launch kora hobo. Ji hokole interested apnaloge purchase ba enroll kori lobo paribo ঠিক আছে আমাৰ লাইভ ক্লাস হ'ব every day from Monday to Friday 5 pm to 8 pm ঠিক আছে ডেমো ক্লাস আমাৰ 3rd March হ'ব Google Meet ত যিবোৰ এপ ডাউনলোড কৰা আছে তেখেত সকলে পাই যাব আৰু আমাৰ ADRE 3.0 তাৰ আমাৰ কোর্স আমাৰ 4th March লঞ্চ হ'ব আপোনালোকে যদি এনৰোল কৰিব বিচাৰে কিমান 1500 purchase 1500 pay kori purchase kori lobo bisar tat apnaloke total full length test series pabo thik ase aru general studies english math reasoning gotekhini pabo all right so ji hokolor number ya number dia ase apnaloke contact koribo paribo okay moving on to first question Moving on to first question, amar baki first part to kori thua ase YouTube ji hokole swane apnaloge goi sabo aji second part to korim all right in each of the following sentence one part is underlined which of the phrases A B C given below each sentence should replace the underlined part if the sentence is correct requiring no improvement choose D yat ki koise amar sentence improvement bisarise yat ki hobo pare right the magician confidently asked the crowd if they thought he was right and the crowd shouted that they did yat ki kobole bisarise sentence to magician e ki korise eta show ba crowd ot ki korise jadu dekhai asil jadu dekhai thakar ki hol asked the crowd mane manu jo joma hoi asile crowd ok ki hudise if they thought he was right and the crowd e ki reply dile shouted that they did magician e confidently hudisile aru crowd e in return ki reply dile the crowd e ki reply dile that they did so yat amar improvement lagibo na nalagibo so yat amar improvement lage na nalage yat amar thike dia ase because yat asked this is it past tense ot dia ase right crowd if they thought he was right and the crowd shouted so sentence to past tense ot ase so amar answer ki hobo etu thike ase error nai so correct answer will be no correction needed okay moving on to next question I asked him what is his name yat underline dia ase yat appropriate answer kuntu hobo pare I asked him what is his name jetia apnaloke direct speech to indirect speech or convert kore titia apnalokor ki hoy subject verb agreement thake right so yat ki ase jitu question interrogative sentence jetia apnaloke indirect speech or convert kore titia apnar ki hobo what is his name nahibo ki aibo what his name was so correct answer will be option number A all right question hardly had arrived when the house caught fire hardly he had arrived when the house caught fire jetia ami hardly logot ami hodai ki hardly logot ki logao hardly etu adverb hoy thik ase hardly he had arrived adverb logot amar ki lagibo verb lagibo na nalagibo adverb logot we need verb right among verb lagibo adverb logot hardly he had arrived when the house caught fire house ki hoy house fire mane jui jolise ghorot so yare correct ki hobo pare amar hardly adverb mane tu jane adverb mane hol ji hokole najane moi koi disu juntu verb or quality mane kaam tu keneke hoy ase hetu bujai etu ami ki boli ko adverb all right so yat ki hobo scarcely he had arrived no hobo hardly had he arrived no correction needed ei dutar majot kuntu hobo hardly had he arrived ama ki lage adverb or logot verb lage right so this is our correct answer next why we do not meet to discuss in detail next Friday কি কৈছে ইয়াতে যেতিয়া আপোনালোকে কাকবা বন্ধু বা বান্ধৱীক যেতিয়া কয় আমি why not মানে লগ কৰো বা নেক্সট ফ্ৰাইডে আমি লগ কৰো কিয় লগ কৰো টু ডিসকাস ইন ডিটেইল কিবা এটা মিটিং বা এপয়েন্টমেন্ট ফিক্স কৰা হয় না why do we not need to discuss in detail next Friday মানে এপয়েন্টমেন্ট বা কাকবা আমি ফ্ৰেন্ড বা আমাক কি কো লগ কৰিবলৈ বিচাৰো তেতিয়া আমি কি কম why we do not need আমাক হেতু কারেক্ট টেনশন আমাৰ কোনটো হ'ব why we did not নহয় লগ কৰিব হে next Friday future কথা কৈছে why did we not past tense হৈ যোৱা নাই correct answer কোনটো হ'ব correct answer will be correct answer কোনটো হ'ব why do we not meet this is our correct answer ঠিক আছে moving on to next question The train will leave at 8:30 p.m. We have been ready by 7:25 p.m. so that we can reach the station in time. কি কৈছে the train will leave মানে future কথা কৈছে will train will leave at 8:30 p.m. We have been ready by 7:25 p.m. 7:25 p.m. ready হলেহে আমি গৈ পালে ট্ৰেইনক কি কৰিব পাৰিম ট্ৰেইনত আমি যাব পাৰিম right so that we can reach the station in time ইতিয়া আমাৰ কি হয় mandatory হয় আমি ready হ'ব লাগিব by 7:25 আমি ready হ'বই লাগিব should have নহয় are নহয় কি হ'ব were নহয় our correct answer will be must be মানে it is mandate মানে আমি ready হ'ব লাগিব তেতিয়া আমি 8:30 pm ট্ৰেইন আমি গৈ ট্ৰেইন লগ পাম right so B is our correct answer moving on to next We must take it granted that Bina will not come for today's class. We must take it granted. Granted mane sure মানে যোনটো কথা আমাৰ sure যে Bina আজি ক্লাছত নাহে. We must take it granted. Take it. Itor মাজত আৰু কিবা এটা মিসিং হৈ আছে. Take it granted that Bina will not come for today's class. কি হ'ব taking it granted took it as granted নহয় take it for আমাৰ granted লগত কি আহিব for ঠিক আছে so correct answer will be option number B so moving on to next during his long discourse he did not touch that point discourse means যেতিয়া আপোনালোকে speech বা communication দিয়া right speech বা communication দিয়া কাৰোবাৰ লগত communicate কৰা conversation হোৱা তাত কি হল he did not touch that point sentence কি ক'ব বিচাৰিছে হেতু পইণ্ট লগে মানে গৈ নাপালে যেনেকে টপিক দিছিলে বেলেগ কিন্তু যেটা স্পিচ দিউ থাকোতে মানুহজন কি হল টপিকৰ বাহিৰৰ আউট অফ দা টপিক কথা কয় মানে টপিকৰ লগে গৈ নাপালে sentence টো হেতু ক'ব বিচাৰিছে during his long discourse he did not touch that point so ইয়া কি হ'ব he did not touch upon did not touch off নহয় no correction needed আমাৰ এই দুটাৰ মাজত কোনটো হ'ব did not touch upon নহয় did not touch on right option number B ঠিক আছে next you have come here with a view to insult me insult মানে কাকবা ঠাট্টা দিয়া right you have come here with a view to insult me of insulting me for insulting me to insulting me নহয় no correction needed কি হ'ব you have come here with a view to কি হ'ব view of insulting me কিয় আহিছে ইনসাল্ট কৰিবলে আহিছে alright next he has not and can never be in the good books of his employer because he does not have honesty কি কৈছে he has not মানে employer good books মানে আমি memory বুলি ধৰি লব পাৰো এতিয়া কিছুমান মানুহে আমাক যদি বহুত হেল্প কৰে আমি কি বুলি আমি তেওঁলোকক কি আমি প্ৰেছ কৰো যে মানুহজন মোক বহুত হেল্প কৰিছে আমি গুড বুকছত ৰাখো যে ভালকে আমি প্ৰেছ কৰো বা ভাল গুণ গাও হেতু কি বুলি কয় গুড বুকছত আমি ৰাখো বা মেমৰি গুড মেমৰিছত ভাল মানে প্ৰেছ কৰো কিন্তু ইয়াত কি হৈছে এমপ্লয়াৰ মানে যোনে এমপ্লয়ী হায়াৰ কৰা বছজন কি he does not have honesty মানে he has not and can never be has not কিবা মিসিং হৈ আছে নেকি মানে আগৰ পাষ্টৰ কথাও কৈছে পাষ্টত মানে কেনেকে আছিল মানুহজন he has not and can never be in the good books of his employer because he does not have honesty তাৰ কি নাছিলে honesty নাথাকাৰ কাৰণে তাক মেমৰি বা ভাল গুড বুকছত মানে ৰাখা নাই যে প্ৰেছ কৰিব পাৰা বা তাৰ ভাল গুণ গাব পাৰা বুকছত মেমৰিত ৰাখা নাই সো ইয়াত কি হ'ব he has not been edu hobo he has not been and can never be in the good books of his employer because he does not have honesty. All right, so C is our correct answer. Question solve korar agot ami sentence to bhalke buji lobo lage, thik ase. Next, this time a brother is coming to Guwahati from America for an extending stay. Ki koise ebar kun ahibo mur ki dada ba bhaiti is coming to Guwahati from America kor pra America for an extending stay. Extending nohoy extended stay hobo, thik ase. Extension nohoy extensive nohoy, no correction, extended stay is our correct answer. Next, directions. Question number 61 to 70. Our direction. In each of the following sentences, certain parts have been underlined and marked A, B, C. There may be error in one of the underlined parts. If there is no error, choose D. Mane sentence ki thakibo pare, error thakibo pare, right? So yare ki hobo? There is no objections to him joining. Our party provided he is willing to fit in with the party's economic policy. Ki hoise? Party eta hoi ase tat kak ba invite korise. Kak invite korise? Himok invite korise. Kintu yat amar jetia objection nai buli koise, objection nai. Manu ejonok matibo ki koise objection nai. Kintu yat ki hobo? Him joining hoy. Ki hobo yat? He is joining. Jetia ami karba good ba karba quality ba karba kotha koi ase ami him noy his possessionor hobo, thik ase. Possessionot ami ki koru? There is no objection to his hobo. Car joining? His joining. Him joining not his joining. Car joining his or kotha koi ase possessive. He is joining our party provided he is willing to fit in with the party's economic policies. So amar error code ase error, option number B error ase. All right, moving on to next. Truckers strike. The vegetable vendors were doing about half of the business that they were doing before. Ki koise? Due to the truckers strike. Truckers mane ji hokole truck solai, thik ase. Truck driver ki korise? Truckers strike. The vegetable vendors were doing about half of the business that they were doing before. Jetia ami sentence jetia ami likhu ba sentence jetia ami start koru, we will not begin with due. Ami due logot ami begin nokoru sentence ot. All right, ami due logot begin nokoru. Tare agot aba kiba noun lage na lage? We need something, noun ba pronoun we need, right? So due logot ami kiba nokoru, start nokoru, begin nokoru. So amar error code ase option number 8 error ase. All right, next. My best friend and advisor have made this useful suggestion. Ki koise? My best friend and advisor have made this useful suggestion. Best friend or kotha koise? Best friend, my best friend, mur best friend aru advisor. Advisor yat singular manuhor kotha koise, right? Best friend single person aru advisor singular. Advisor or kotha koi ase advisor. So et ki hobo? Has hobo, like moi koi disu has hobo, has made this useful suggestion. Amar error code ase option number B error ase, thik ase. Hoito ya dujon manuhor kotha koise but singularly koise, right? Best friend koise aru advisor buli koise. That is why ya ki hobo? Has. Amar has hobo. My best friend and advisor has made this useful suggestion. All right, error code ase amar option number B. He did not eat the mango because it tasted bitterly and was slightly rotten. Ki koise? He did not eat the mango. He did not. Etu thike ase. Eat the mango because it tasted bitterly. Bitterly ami adverb ami pisot logao janu adverb. Etu ase adjective. Adjective jetia ami use koru, tasted keneke test korise, testor kotha koise, right? So that is why ki hobo amar bitterly hoy etu ki hobo? Bitter hobo. Keneke test korisile? Bitter. Tasted noy taste hobo. All right, taste bitter and was slightly rotten. Thik ase. Moi kolu yate bitterly bitter hobo, yat slightly rotten keneke? Rotten mane etu bhab. Etu bhapor hoy mane rotten hobo hua nai, hobole goi ase. Slightly ki hoy? Adverb hisabe use kora hoise yate, thik ase, ব্যবহার kora hoise adverb slightly rotten. Mane rotten keneke hobole goi ase? Slightly, thik ase. Bhapor quality describe kora kane slightly, thik ase. Kintu yat adjective or kotha koise, that is why it will be bitter. All right, next. Of all the friends I have had, he is the most helpful and less arrogant. কি কৈছে? Of all the friends I have had, he is the most helpful and less arrogant. মানে কি কৈছে? মানুহ এজনে যদি কৈছে of all the friends, মোৰ যিমান friends আছে তাৰে মাজত কি কৈছে? I have had, he is the most, মানে মোৰ বহুত friend আছে কিন্তু তাৰে মাজত মোৰ এনেকা friend আছে যোন কি হয় most helpful হয়, মানে superlative. কি হয়? Superlative, ঠিক আছে? আটাইতকৈ বেছি ভাল আৰু কি হয় helpful and less arrogant. যেতিয়া আমি superlative degree আমি লৈ যাও ইয়াত less নহয় আমাৰ কি হ'ব least, right? least হ'ব, least arrogant. arrogant মানে pride নাই, ঠিক আছে? যাৰ pride নাই বা খঙাল নহয় বা proudy নহয়, ঠিক আছে? Of all the friends I have had, he is the most helpful and less arrogant. তো C আমাৰ কি আছে? C error আছে. All right? বুজি পালো? Moving on to next question. He hesitated to accept the post because he did not think the salary would not be enough for a man with a family of 10. কি কৈছে? He hesitated কৰিছে, ঠিক আছে? hesitate to accept the post because he did not think the salary would, ঠিক আছে? ইয়াত would not আছে আৰু ইয়াত কি আছে? did not think. ইয়াত দুটা negative word আছে, right? দুটা negative. এতিয়া underline ইয়াত কৰা আছে, so আমি হেতু remove কৰিব নোৱাৰো, আমাক question টো কি দিছে হেতু এই তিনিটাৰ মাজত ক'ত error আছে হেতু দিছে, so we cannot eliminate this, so we have to eliminate this. would not, ইয়াত এটো ঠিকে আছে, he hesitated, ঠিক আছে? would not be enough, ইয়াত আমি দুবাৰ not নলগাও, so আমাৰ কি হ'ব? would be. He hesitated to accept the post because he did not think that the salary would be enough for a man with a family of 10. 10 family members কাৰণে salary is not, মানে কি নহয় satisfied নহয় মানুহজন, ঠিক আছে? so আমাৰ error ক'ত আছে? option number B error আছে. Moving on to next question. Worse is that many a times the public address is not clearly audible. কি কৈছে? what makes matters worse? matters to কেতিয়া worse কৰে? যেতিয়া many a times the public address is clearly not audible মানে শুনিব নোৱাৰা, যেতিয়া কিছুমান মানুহে যেতিয়া স্পিচ দি থাকে ক্ৰাউডত কেতিয়াবা কি হয় আমি ভালকে শুনিব নোৱাৰো, ঠিক আছে? মাইকত যেতিয়া মানুহে এটা স্পিচ দিয়ে বা কিবা এটা কথা কয় প্ৰায় দেখিব পাৰো যে কেতিয়াবা আমি শুনিব নোৱাৰো, clearly is not clearly audible. so কি হ'ব? many a times নহয়, ইয়াত কি হ'ব? many a time. okay, many a time কি হয়? এইটো idiomatic phrase হয়. many a time is what? is an idiomatic phrase. so আমি কি ব্যৱহাৰ? many times হ'ব পাৰে but ইয়াত a singular আছে, right? singular থাকাৰ কাৰণে আমি ইয়াত s আমি নলগাও, কি many a time লগাও, ঠিক আছে? আমি many times লগাব পাৰো but ইয়াত many a time a যেহেতু দিয়া আছে আমাৰ কি হ'ব? many a times. আমাৰ error ক'ত আছে? option number B error আছে. okay, moving on to next question. if you will work hard you will surely get a seat in any medical college in Assam. কি কৈছে? if you will, এতিয়া if conditional sentence, if you will work hard you will surely get a seat in any medical college in Assam. seat ঠিক আছে, surely ঠিক আছে. এতিয়া conditional sentence if your লগত আমি কি হয়? if your লগত আমি আকৌ will নলগাও, ঠিক আছে? if যেতিয়া conditional sentence থাকে আমি কি নলগাও? আমি will নলগাও, কি হ'ব? if you work hard you will surely get a seat in any medical college in Assam. so আমাৰ error code হৈ আছে ইয়াতে, ঠিক আছে? if you work hard হ'ব, if you will নহ'ব, if you work hard হ'ব. all right, moving on to next question. The 3 last chapters of this book are very interesting. কি কৈছে? the 3 last chapters of this book are very interesting, ঠিক আছে? are also ঠিক আছে of this book are very interesting. the 3 last chapter, এতিয়া ইয়াত ordinal, যেতিয়া আমি ordinal বা cardinal আৰু cardinal থাকে তেতিয়া আমাৰ কি হয়? ইয়াত কি হয়? সদায় আমি পজিশন টো আগত ৰাখিম, ৰাইট? লাস্ট টো আগত ৰাখিম 3 টো পিছত, ঠিক আছে? আমাৰ কি অৰ্ডিনাল টো আগত আহিব আৰু কাৰ্ডিনাল টো পিছত আহিব, তো কি হ'ব? the last 3 chapters of this book are very interesting. all right, so this is আমাৰ error ইয়াত আছে. the last 3 chapters হ'ব, the 3 last chapters নহয়, অৰ্ডিনাল আগত আহিব, কাৰ্ডিনাল তাৰ পিছত আহিব. all right, moving on to next question. Okay, now our question number 71 to 75 ki diya ase ate. In the sentences given below, some words or phrases are italicized. For each italicized part, for 4 words or phrases labeled A, B, C, D. Select the word nearest in meaning to the italicized part. Question number 71 to 75 or ki koise nearly meaning juntu tar usor meaning, right? I wrote to him as lately as last week. Mane ki koise last week e moi likhisilu, letter likhisilu. Last week e moi letter likhisilu, recent hoy. Jua hoptar kothai koi ase. Immediately hobo, early mane joldi, recently less. So yare appropriate nearly meaning kuntu hobo, immediately nohoy last week or kotha koise jehetu ami ki use koribo pari recently. I wrote to him as lately as last week. Amar correct answer kuntu hobo recently. Thik ase? Nearly meaning jehetu bisarise ami recently to appropriate hobo yar. Thik ase? C is our correct answer. So moving on to the next question. Many of his friends avoid him because he is so garrulous. Ki koise? Many of his friends avoid him because he is so garrulous. Garrulous means one who is very talkative. Garrulous person kun hoy? One who is very talkative. Talkative thik ase, kotha patibo lage, but unnecessary out of the box kotha patile ki hoy? Other person will get bored, mane bore hoi jabo, right? Garrulous ki hoy? Many of his friends avoid him because ki avoid kore? Because unnecessary kotha pate. Manuhe jete unnecessary kotha pate ami ki hoy? We get bored hoi ja other person, right? So yare ki hobo? Talkative. Thik ase? Quarrelsome mane jone bahut jhagralu, kajia kore, unreasonable aru proud. So correct answer will be talkative. Next, some people are extremely fastidious in their choice of dress. Some people are extremely fastidious. Fastidious mane perfect lage. Perfection is a koi je satisfied nohoy. Mane perfection is a exact word nohoy. Kobo pari je bahut khini bostu ani diar pasoto kison manu eneka thake je satisfied nohoy, muk aru lage juntu need aru requirement lage, muk aru lage eneke মানে কিছুমান মানুহ থাকে ফার্স্ট স্যাটিসফাইড নহয়, ঠিক আছে? তো ইয়াৰে নিয়ারেস্ট মিনিং কি হ'ব? কেয়ারলেস, পম্পাস, ফাসি, ডিসেন্ট. আমাৰ কারেক্ট আনসার কোনটো হ'ব? ফাসি মানে ঠিক আছে? কিছুমান আমি সোয়ালি উই স্পেশালি গার্লস আমি কি কৰো? আমাক যে কাপোৰ আমাৰ এনাফ নহয় আৰু কাপোৰ লাগে আমি ফিল হৈ থাকো, রাইট? সো হেয়ে ফাসি মানে, ঠিক আছে? ফাস্টিডিয়াস. Next, the crowd was getting restive. Crowd thought ki hoy ase restive. Restive mane ki hoy yan? Restful, tired, excited nohoy, restless hoy ase. Mane crowd imane bahi goi ase, tak ki hoy ase? Restless hoy ase manu. Thik ase? Moving on to next question. They are sure to steal a march upon their competitors. Ki koise? They are sure to steal a march. Steal a march mane competitors or agot ki koribo? Mane confident ase je hiyote ki koribo? Paribo. Competitors or mane ki koribo? Defeat kori dibo, right? Defy, challenge, resist. So yare nearest meaning kunto hobo? Itu idiomatic phrase hoy. Idiomatic phrase or amar ki hobo? Outshine. Defy mane deny kora ba resist kora, challenge or resist, ignore kora, okay? So correct answer will be option number A. Next, Amar 76. Okay. Yare ki koise? It is sentence given below. One part is italicized, followed by A, B, C, D. From these choices, choose the word or phrase which is opposite in meaning of the italicized word. Question number 76 over 80. The refreshment we received at the end of the meeting was very frugal. Okay. Now, frugal mane ki hoy? Frugal mane one who is very economical. Ki hoy? Economical. Economical ba ki koi tu? Stingy. ঠিক আছে? Stingy. One who is very economical and stingy মানে 1 টকা পয়সা কি করে? হিসাব করে. Economical. আমি कंजूस যে কো, कंजूस is the right word. Conjuse, stingy, economical. The refreshment we received at the end of the meeting was very frugal. ইয়াৰে কি হয়? Opposite meaning আমাক ইয়াত বিচাৰি উলাব দিছে, right? আমি অথনি nearest synonyms আমি বিচাৰি উলালো. Now we have to look for the opposite meaning. The refreshment we received at the end of the meeting was very frugal. So ইয়াৰে কি হ'ব? Wholesome, light, exorbitant মানে বহুত expensive, extremely expensive. ঠিক আছে? Luxury পৰা luxury মানে expensive. ইয়াত লিখিলে দেখি পাবনে নাই? ঠিক আছে তো our correct word appropriate কোনটো হ'ব antonym lavish হ'ব frugal or opposite কি হ'ব lavish so moving on to next question the chairman rebuked the manager for not supervising the work of his juniors chairman কি কৰিছে rebuke মানে criticize মানে গালি দিছে সব কিবা এটা কথা দি কি কৰিছে rebuke বা insult কৰিছে rebuke the manager for not supervising the work of his juniors praise criticize দিয়াৰ opposite আমাক লাগে criticize নহব awarded নহব dismiss নহব আমাৰ কি হ'ব praise হ'ব praise মানে কাৰবা গুণ গোৱা right গুণ কাকবা আমি ভাল কোৱা compliment দিয়া so rebuke ৰ opposite কি হ'ব praised next the leader was pragmatic in his approach to the problems the country is facing leader কি হয় pragmatic in his approach to the pragmatic মানে one মানে যেনেকে আমাৰ leaders কি কৰে বহুত sensible way আমাৰ কি হয় আমাৰ country কিছুমানক observe কৰে বা চলাই right ইয়াত হেতু কব বিচাৰিছে pragmatic in his approach to the problems the country is facing ঠিক আছে indefinite vague idealistic optimistic so ইয়াত আমাৰ correct option কোনটো হ'ব correct option will be idealistic এতিয়া idealistic মানে কি হয় unrealistically aiming for perfection ঠিক আছে perfection আমি কি কৰা aim কৰা মানে একদম কব গলে fake unrealistically মানে উপৰে all right indefinite মানে lasting for an unknown or unstated length of time মানে lasting for an unknown unstated length of time কিছুমান length time লগে বা কিছুমান period of time লগে কি কৰা lasting কৰা vague মানে of uncertain or unclear character of meaning ঠিক আছে pragmatic মানে কি dealing with things sensibly and realistically in a way that is based on practical rather than theoretical considerations all right so our correct option is option number C idealistic moving on to next unsettled conditions in the land led to a steady exodus of people exodus মানে কি বুজি পাও exodus এতিয়া mass departure হয় ঠিক আছে exodus means mass departure okay unsettled conditions in the land led to steady exodus of people and mass departures মানে as a whole crowd of departure হোৱা আৰু এটা জায়গাৰ পৰা আন এটা জায়গাত কি কৰা departure মানে গুছি যোৱা invasion entry expulsion immigration নহয় expulsion নহয় exodus ইয়াৰ opposite লাগে so আমাৰ কি হ'ব entry হ'ব ঠিক আছে entry all right so expulsion মানে কি হয় the actions of forcing someone to leave an organization যেতিয়া এটা organization কিছুমান মানুহ কি কৰা forcefully আমি কি কৰা তাক যাবলে দিয়া immigration is act of entering a country দুটা আছে immigration মই immigration আনিছো দেই ইয়াত কনফিউজ হ'ব না লাগে immigration মানে কি হয় act of entering a country the country being moved to আৰু immigration কি হয় act of leaving a country immigration all right so moving on to next question the drug will have pernicious effect on your health drug ki hobo will have pernicious effect on your health beneficial ruinous prolonged aru quick kunto hobo yaram correct option pernicious effect on your health drug jetia lo ki hoy pernicious effect hoy amar yar ki hobo amar beneficial thik ase yare opposite amar word lage so it will be beneficial pernicious মানে harmful আৰু prolonged মানে lasting ruinous মানে destructive okay next filling the blank in each sentence below with the most appropriate word phrase from the four choices marked A B C and D the child kept on crying while it কি হ'ব is bad was being bad is being bad কি হ'ব was being the child kept on crying মানে সৰু এটা কেঁচুৱা কি কৰিছে কান্দি আছে কিয় কান্দি আছে while মানে কিয় কান্দি আছিল while it was being bad so this is our correct option all right moving on to next question Mr. Sharma has earned a lot of money and now he does his poor cousins কি কৈছে Mr. Sharma has earned a lot of money বহুত টকা পইচা কি কৰিলে earn কৰিলে বা জমা কৰিলে right Mr. Sharma has earned a lot of money and now he is does his poor cousins Mr. Sharma to dhoni hoy gol itia cousins se dhoni hua nai poor cousins ki hoise dukhiya hoy ase te hit cousins to keneke sai ki suku nojore sai shows off nokore looks upon nokore ki looks down upon mane jetia manu eta ki koy level or pra jodi dangor manu hoy jay ki hoy kiswan manu eneka thake pride বা ঘমণ্ডটো বেছি হৈ যায় তো আমি আন এটা মানুহ আমি কি ফিল কৰাও আমি ইনফিৰিয়ৰ ফিল কৰাও নিজকে সুপিৰিয়ৰ ফিল কৰাও আৰু আন এটা মানুহক আমি কি ফিল কৰাও we make them feel inferior right এতিয়া মিস্টাৰ শৰ্মা নিজকে কি ফিল কৰে নিজকে সুপিৰিয়ৰ বুলি ভাবে আৰু বাকি কাজিনছক কি বুলি ভাবে ইনফিৰিয়ৰ বুলি ভাবে right so this is our correct answer looks down upon This come to my rescue, I would have been killed by the dacoits. Ki koise this come to my rescue. Jodi mur rescue ahile, I would have been killed by the dacoits. Mane dacoits ki koile hoy mari dile hoy, right? If he did not, had he not, having not, his having not. So amar yat ki hobo? Had he not come to my rescue, I would have been killed by the dacoits. So this is our correct option. All right. So moving on to next question. Adults firms are having trouble with labor relations. Adults firm. Ki koise? Adults firms are having trouble with labor relations. Labor ki hoy? Labor relation logot ki olop problem hoy ase. Ki hobo? Great many. Ki hobo? Considerable amount hoy, large part hoy, great deal hoy. Great many firms are having trouble with labor relations. Next. You would have succeeded if you dash upon my advice. Ki koise? Jodi mur advice apuni hunile hoy ki hole apuni succeed mane success pale hoy you would have succeeded if you dash upon my advice ki hobo acted if you have acted yar amar correct answer kunto hobo b ঠিক আছে correct answer kunto hobo b had acted so moving on to next question Our life is such that if you wish to enjoy pleasures, we must also dash pains. Ki koy? Ami jetia pleasures ba materialistic bostu ami jetia enjoy koribole ja ami ki at the same time we must also endure pains. Ami pain ba dukho ami enjoy koribo lage. Both happy and both joy and sorrow ami duta ekeloge ami enjoy ki endure pains. Ami life ot ami experience koribo lage, right? Pleasure pabo karone. They were not interested in this your problem. Ki hoise? They were not interested. Interest nasile. Ki nasile? Your problem. Mane discussing about. Here amar correct option only option number A. Next. It is not possible for any ordinary mortal to dash all these figures to memory. Ki hobo? It is not possible for an ordinary mortal to dash all these figures to memory. Mane jiman memory gute khini ami absorb ba ami monar rakhibo it is not possible right so yare ki hobo written will be the correct option next do you remember this her at my house last year ki koise do you remember mane last year already lock korise itia kakba hudi ase do you remember this her at my house last year ki hobo having met ki hobo do you remember having met about meeting nohoy to meet nohoy of meeting noy do you remember having met b hobone answer yes having met her okay do you remember having met her at my house last year so our correct answer is option number b moving on to next question he is so dead of his own idea that he will not entertain any suggestion from others ki koise he is so dead of his own idea nijor idea te mane imane ki ase কি কয় এটো কনফিডেন্ট আছে অফ হিজ অন আইডিয়া দ্যাট হি উইল নট এন্টারটেইন এনি সাজেশন মানে নিজৰ আইডিয়াতে মানে পুরা ফার্ম ডিসিশন মানে নিজৰ আইডিয়াতে রিলাই কৰে যে কোনবা কিবা সাজেশন দিলেও হি শুনিব নিবিচাৰে enamored hopeful jealous enchanted কি হ'ব he is so enamored correct option will be enamored all right excuse me okay enamored ki hoy having liking or admiration for ঠিক আছে okay so this is our last 10 question we have directions fill in each of the numbered blanks in the following passage with more suitable word from the choices given under the passage কি কৈছে passage ot amar yat filling the blanks dia ase tare majot amar yat already answers dia ase now we have to put them in there ঠিক আছে এইবিলাক আমি appropriate answer আমি ইয়াতে fill কৰিব লাগে all right the prices in the domestic desk continue to rule prices in the domestic কি হ'ব 91 ত কি দিয়া আছে profit market circle sector আমি solve কৰা আগত once কি কৰিম আমি এবাৰ passage টো পঢ়ি লও তেতিয়া অলপ বুজি পাও নেকি the prices in the domestic desk continue to rule high in the this year despite the expectation this year মানে আগতো আসলে ইতিয়াও আছে মানে রিসেন্টৰ কথা কৈ আছে rule high in the this year despite the expectation of a desk production as compared to the previous year ৰ কথা কৈছে তো ইতিয়া current year ৰ কথা কৈ আছে সগে maybe right according to the preliminary assessment days on the weather ৰ কথা কৈছে ইতিয়া weather ৰ কথা কৈছে days in recent months tea output in 2016 may reach 1000 million kg as this 950 million kg ইয়াত কি কৰিছে আগত আছিল 2016 ত may reach 1000 million kg compare কৰিছে right যেতিয়া compare কৰিছে compare কালত compare কৰিছে 950 million kg last year comparison কৰিছে ইয়াতে during the past 3 months tea prices have generally shown and this কি কৈছে মানসৰ কথা কলে আকৌ মানসৰ tea prices কি হৈছে আকৌ চাহৰ দাম কি হৈছে have generally sapador dam ki hoise tea prices have generally shot as this unlike last year when tea prices rose dramatically this year prices seem a current bosorer kotha ki koise seem to have this at a rather high level in the subsequent 4 months this average price shot ki hobe ate this average price shot a downtrend mane tolot jua mane price to aku ki hol tolot gusi gol right but in September the prices have this hardened to a considerable extent eta ami solve kori okman buji palu yar ki hor kotha koi ase sapador kotha koi ase je last year kiman profit hoisile hiotor 2016 ot kiman hoisile 1000 million kg etia recent years ot kiman hobo 950 last year kotha kiman kole 950 million so ami comparison yat korise aku monthor kotha kole tea prices have generally shown as kintu last monthor pura tea prices sapador dam ki dekha hoise ইয়াৰ ডাউনট্ৰেন্ড হল ন ইয়াৰ ডাউনট্ৰেন্ড কি হ'ব পাৰে আমি অকমান বুজি পালো unlike last year when tea prices rose dramatically this year prices seem to have this at a higher level so এটা আমি সলভ কৰো right okay the prices in the domestic কি হ'ব পাৰে profit market domestic market circle sector নহয় circle নহয় আমাৰ কি হ'ব পাৰে market হ'ব ঠিক আছে ইয়াত market ঠিক আছে market the prices in the domestic market continue to rule high in the আমি already passage পঢ়া আমি গম পালো যে last year কথা কৈছে এতিয়া recent year কথা কৈ আছে continue to rule high মানে recent ইয়াত কি হ'ব first current firstly last নহয় কি হ'ব current year all right current year despite the expectation of a this production ki production hobo pare as compared to the previous year mane current production ki hobo large nohoy higher lower optimum it will be higher production okay etu hobo higher next as compared to the previous year according to the preliminary assessment this on the weather eta weather kotha kole preliminary weather assessment er kotha koise kior 94th ki shared strategy carried best hobo okay best on the weather this in recent months on the weather ki hobo pare weather outbreak noy weather conditions weather forecast already korile tar bisot ki hobo pattern noy amar conditions forecast kitia already forecast agot kore right je borhun dibone nai kintu condition or yet condition of appropriate condition in recent months tea output in 2016 marries 1000 million kg yet comparison korise right 1000 million kg as this 96 ot ki ase per comparison koila mi ki koru against ami likhu right against 950 million kg last year during the past 3 months tea prices have generally shown and tea prices ki hobo generally shown and 97 ki ase uptrend hobo, uptrend mane upor gose, high hoise, uptrend. Unlike last year when tea prices rose dramatically, this year prices seem to have 90 dot ki ase, increase, surface, stabilize. Stay here spelling problem bhul, stabilized at rather high level in the subsequent 4 months. The day's average price 99 ki ase weekly. Okay, 4 months or kotha hoise, year or kotha koa nai, right? Months or kotha hoise in the subsequent 4 months. Months or kotha hoise ki hobo, the day's average price showed a downtrend but in September. So yat ki hobo, monthly in the subsequent 4 months the monthly average price showed a downtrend mane ako tolar gusi gase, but in September the prices have ki hobo, then never again thik ase. So this is our correct answer. I hope apnaloke sobe buji pale. Class 2 andhar lagise. Okay, baki questions to dekhi paise sage. Class 2 baru moi andhar lagile lagok, class 2 to like is this all visible, dekhi paise sage. Okay, so we are done with the 50 questions, and the first questions I have already discussed in the last class. If you haven't watched, go and watch the class. APDCL first 50 questions I have already discussed. Jodi jihokole swada apnaloke goi sabo paribo, and this is the other 50 questions. All right, apnalogor bibino exam help hobo, I hope. All right, jihetu DME exams aru bahut khini competitive exams ahi ase, so PYQ question solve kora is very mane important hoy. All right, so yat ki ase APSC foundation course ma aru koi disu amar 3rd March er pora start hobo prelims. So jihokole purchase koribo bisare ba enroll koribo bisare apnaloke contact koribo paribo amar yat. Aru ADRE 3.0 jihetu ADRE 3.0 ahibo, so if you like to enroll apnaloke 1499 ot enroll kori lobo paribo, thik ase. Yar course to launch hobo from 4th March onwards, thik ase. So I hope apnaloke session bhal pale aru kisman okay. I hope this session was very useful to all of you. So okay, thank you students.